Hi everyone, we're going to be having a look at yet another Hanna Karlzon book today. This is Tales from the Midnight Masquerade. Now I haven't had this one that long, so again I haven't done loads of pictures from here and they're quite detailed, so sometimes I feel a little bit daunted, I'm going to be honest with you, by them. Sometimes I'm really in the mood for doing one. So here is the first one. Just noticed there's some glittery pastel on the side of the book there. Anyway, this one I did when I did my flip through of the book. My aim was to try and get some silver and blue. I'm not sure how well the silver came out. It's quite difficult sometimes to get a good silver, but I can see where I could improve already if I added a few more layers. But never mind, that there is a video with that in if you want to have a little look and learn something and maybe do it a bit better than I did. But there's my first one. And then I also have done this next page, which is our nameplate, or let's come in a little bit, there we go. I'm looking to try and figure out what pencils I use, but I've got no idea. But I find fur quite daunting, so I had a good go at it. It's drawn in, which helps quite a lot. The sort of shaggy outside outline helps. But there we go. And I wanted some red in there. I don't know why, I just felt it looked quite almost circusy, and I wanted some sort of bright primary colours. So that was the reasoning for the sort of red, yellow, blue going on. I think they look like clowns. I don't know. Old jesters, maybe? Here we go. Now this was a buddy colour, and it's not a picture I would have chosen to do myself because she doesn't look very happy, and it was very early on in my colouring of skin tone, and there really isn't a lot, I haven't done a lot with it apart from putting quite a pale colour. I'm not sure what pencils I used. I'm thinking probably polychromos, not entirely sure. And I've done a little bit of dark around the nose and eyes, but I probably could do with a lot more work on that face. But you know, I've moved on from that now. But there, and the hair, I've tried to make little lines for hair strands, which is how I try and do hair. I've done hair a lot better than that. I think because it wasn't quite my sort of picture, because she doesn't look very happy, I didn't engage with it as much as I might some others. So I enjoyed doing the flowers, but when it came to the sort of hair, and you know, I lost a bit of enthusiasm, to be honest. But you know, it's done, and I moved on. Now this little chap, he was quite fun to do. I wanted him to look very smart in his outfits, hence red, and put purple behind, looking very regal because I feel he's in his uniform. But I wanted to soften it, so I put some pink. I'm not really sure how well I think that goes, although obviously red and purple and pink do sort of work. Not too sure. Now the buttons and the medal are done in a metallic pencil, a gold. I'm wondering if this is done in Prismacolor, but I'm not really sure. And around the outside here we have some pink pastel. It's a little bit splodgy. I'm getting better at doing, because I like to do a darker corner. But this one isn't particularly good, it's a bit messy. But I don't mind it being a bit messy, but that's a bit too messy. So, and we've got, I tried to do a sort of silver metallic frame, and then I went over it in a glitter pen, which is actually rubbing off by the looks of it. Or maybe it's just patchy, I'm not sure. There seem to be bits missing. So there he is. And then we have this double page. It's not obviously not matching. We have this lady now. I was really pleased with how she came out. Well, her skin tone is still quite pale, but not as pale as some. And you can see some of the shadow work that I've been trying to do to sort of give her face some definition. But the gold and the orange just worked so well. I was so pleased with how that came out. And I felt like she looked like a 1920s sort of Charleston type outfit, this sort of headdress. Obviously not so much this perhaps, but I just really enjoyed doing this one. You know, I like doing gold anyway, so starting with that just get me enthusiastic for the rest, because this looks a bit Art Deco, I think. But anyway, I just really had a lot of fun with that. And I'm trying to think what pencils. I may have used Prismas, I may have used Polys. It looks like a Prisma Gold combination to me, that one. And then this one is quite different. Kept the gold though, but you can see it's a really different type of gold. Not sure what pencils again. Anyway, obviously I was drawn to the berries on this page, so did those first, I think. I wanted the flowers to sort of match but not be the same, so that's what I did. And then I used a more bluey green, which I think goes better with purples, apart from that bit, which isn't, I don't know why. And the pot in its lovely gold, I just felt like it needed to really stand out. And these little dots and things are all done in a gold pen. I missed one there, look. And the background, I didn't want it to take from the foreground. I wanted this to really come out, so I thought if I did something dark it would work. I don't know how well it worked, to be honest, but it certainly has made this stand out, which was the plan. But maybe this isn't standing out enough, but I don't know. It's very easy to be self-critical, isn't it, when you're looking back. Now here we have our frog, and again we've got a lot of gold, but it's not such a good gold as the previous one, I don't think. There's something about it that isn't quite as good. I think needs to be darker and nearer to the outside edge, for one thing. I can't really think what it is. We've got a very smoothly blended background and robe. I wanted him to have very regal colours again, with the purple and the red. I think this is done with Derwent pencils. Might be why I struggled with the gold. But anyway, there he is, Mr. Frog. I'm not sure there's that colour in a Derwent though. But these purples look like Derwent. Anyway, who knows? This one I did the other day. It felt quite appropriate for sort of the end of Christmas, the end of New Year's. It was sort of, was it the 1st of Jan I did this, or the 2nd of Jan? Anyway, it just felt like we finished our partying, we've chucked down our mask, yeah, that sort of thing. And I was pleased with how the sort of dark silver pewter maybe came out in the candle. A Candelabra. This is Prisma, by the way. I find silver quite difficult, but I was really pleased with how that came out. And I decided to match these gemstones with the colour of the candles. They're not the same colour, they look it. They're not. I think this is raspberry. And this is pomegranate, I think. And the flame, did the flames just in the sort of poppy red and oranges. And I wasn't sure about the background. I asked a few people for help. Someone suggested light yellow. My friend Michelle suggested light yellow. Husband suggested cream. I decided to put a table in because I didn't want the items to be floating in the air, and I put a little bit of shadow in, which is something I rarely do, and I was quite pleased with how it worked. But I went with the cream in the end. I'm not sure if it was a mistake because you can't really see it. And of course, a background on Prismas is always a risk because I've spread, the red has leaked into the background just from where you pick up a tiny bit on the pencil, it just spreads everywhere. The dots are done, those are orange glitter pen. These are pink, purple and silver for these little bits. Let me just tip it and you'll be able to see all the glitter. So that is the last one in there. So again, not loads because I haven't had this book that long, but hope you enjoyed having a little look anyway. Thank you so much for watching and happy colouring.